third time's the charm? Is that? Do you feel like, you know, coming back to this character, was it just a breeze for you this time around?
Well, it was a breeze in a sense of, you know, I was used to it, but I still had to kind of get into it, and it was still, you know, technically, it's still, there are difficulties just doing it technically, but I was much more relaxed knowing the director and the people involved, and, you know, it's not like the worries you have in the first one is, what's it going to be? What's it going to look like? You know it's going to be great. You know they're going to make it look great. The 3D was the only question mark for me, but see it in 3D?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was blown away.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
John said that he had to modify his voice for the 3D. I don't know if you did the same. He was joking.
Oh, yeah.
To kind of revisit a character, is there preparation, or like what kind of like?
The only preparation I got to do is I got to just vocally, because people think that I'm just talking and I'm not. When I'm Manny, there's a little different timbre, and to get there, I recite a line from the first movie, and that was when he's yelling at Sid, "I'm not going," and that kind of just gets me into that nasal thing that Manny is, which is a little subtle difference. So I had to do that. I had to prepare just by doing that a couple of times, and then I'm Manny then.
Do the kids that are around you, do they ask you to kind of reenact like
no, you know, the kids, you know, no one knows that I'm doing it unless their parent tells them. The parent tells them, that's Manny from my age. And then, you know, then I talk, and they kind of, depends on what age they are. Their eyes will light up, or if they're kind of too young to get it, they kind of freak out.
Right. You're like, you broke that Santa Claus, like little.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute. He's not,
John says that, like, you know, you guys meet in the hallways because you.
I haven't even seen him today.
Really?
I haven't seen him today. I haven't seen him since the last press junket. Yeah.
It must be really strange to be in a situation where you have this really successful bunch of films, but yet you don't really get to interact with anybody.
I saw Queen Latifah about 2 weeks ago doing a press thing, and that was it. But, you know, somehow that's where the director has to make it work, and the editors, and it's strange. It's a strange thing to get used to.
Do you like this kind of acting? I mean, just
well,
kind
it
of
depends.
isolated?
You know, there's fun. There's things that are different that are good, and things that, you know, it is different. You're not playing off of a person. You're not ramping up. You know, you're not feeding off of their energy. But on the other hand, there's different. You're doing it in pieces, and you can do different takes and different things, and you don't have to worry about markings and this and that, so it frees you up a little that way too.
Are you a physical person when you're in the studio? Do you kind of like?
Yeah, moving around, but then another thing that's hard is you can't move too much because your audio, you got to be in front of the mic, so you're wrestling a dinosaur, and you got to kind of keep your head still. So that also takes some getting used to, you know. You got to pretend like you're running and falling, and I'm always falling down something.
A lot of times in a film like this, other studios tend to have comedians come in and they're able to just go crazy. Yeah. And so this seems to be a little bit more, there's a script.
Yeah, it's more structured, yeah.
Yeah, and so is that kind of, I don't know, would you like the experience to kind of like go free?
Yeah, I just know that Manny isn't that character, you know? I think John's character, you know, lends itself more to that, and even the little guys, you know, whatever. Manny, you know, he's kind of a subdued, non-demonstrative guy, you know, and he's not a silly guy, you know. There are moments where he's thrown a joke around here or there, but to riff and all that stuff, it seems a little out of character. So there were times when I would try it, and, you know, they would say, oh, that's funny, let's just get the lines like we have them. Also, it's important because of a lot of stuff happening from all the characters around him, you know. So yeah, I mean, that would be a different thing, but I enjoy doing this too. I think that would be a different character though. I wouldn't try that with Manny just because it wouldn't seem like organic to him.